My skin isn't dry or sensitive right now, so I can be a little more aggressive with my skincare tonight. I'll focus on a typical anti-aging night routine. My regimen today has 5 steps, which sounds like a lot, but it doesn't take too much time. I'll tell you about the products I'm using, why I'm using them, and product substitutions you can make to save time and money. Hi, I'm Dr. Sarah Shu, a Korean American dermatologist practicing in the US. This is part of my Skincare Playbook Series to share what's going on in my mind when I decide which products to use. Starting with step 1, I already washed my face, and in case you're curious, I used Neutrogena's oil-free acne face wash. I don't think that any cleanser, including the very expensive ones, really accomplishes anything for anti-aging. I'm just looking for something that washes off my sunscreen and makeup without being too harsh or stripping on my skin. Steps 2, 3, and 4 are all moisturizers. I'm preparing for the final step, a retinoid, and that's my anti-aging ingredient of choice. Retinoids can be really irritating if you don't adequately prep your skin. For step 2, which is my first moisturizer step, I'm using Pyunkang's Essence Toner on my face and neck. For step 3, I'm using Pyunkang's Moisture Serum on my face and neck too. If I weren't using a retinoid, I would only be applying this to my cheeks and chin, since my forehead and nose usually don't need extra moisturizer this time of year, but since retinoids can be drying and irritating, I'm applying it to my whole face today. Step 4. Dry areas of my face usually need another moisturizer step, especially when I'm using a retinoid. Tonight I'm using the History of Who's Gongjinhyang Eye Cream, which is an ultra-rich moisturizer. I'll apply this to the inner parts of my cheeks and the skin around my mouth, which are the driest areas of my face. I often use eye creams as heavy facial moisturizer rather than using them around my eyes. The skin around my eyes is rarely so dry that I need to use a heavy moisturizer on that skin. For step 5, after all that prep, I finally apply my retinoid. I'm using the Roche Posay Adapalene gel, just a pea-sized amount to cover my whole face. I then use another pea-sized amount to cover my neck. And that's it. I know that the number of steps can be intimidating for some people. If you feel that way, you could consolidate this down to 3 steps: a cleanser, a moisturizer, and a retinoid. In terms of where to splurge and where to save, I would save on the cleanser step. I know that some skincare enthusiasts out there will roast me for this, but sometimes I just use Dove's Sensitive Skin Bar Soap. Again, I'm just looking for something that will clean off sunscreen and makeup without being too harsh. You could also buy a trial size of retinoid. Different gel comes in tiny baby sizes, so you can see if you tolerate it and like it before buying the full-sized version. You could also reduce the number of moisturizer steps to a single heavier cream. Just use a tiny bit on oilier areas and be more heavy-handed on dry areas. I used an eye cream from the History of Whoo, which is a pretty pricey Korean brand. Their products do a great job at making my skin look hydrated, and they make me feel like a princess, but you definitely don't need to spend this much. My mom gave me a gift set from the brand the last time she returned from Korea, but normally I use less expensive options too. So that's my typical anti-aging night routine. I play around with the specific moisturizers, and sometimes I'll experiment with newer anti-aging ingredients like PDRN. I'm sure you'll see me use them in another video. Question for you: do you have a favorite anti-aging ingredient or product? Please share in the comment section below, and if you like content like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.